So how are things going today?
They're going pretty well right now, but earlier in the day, it was kind of a rough. It was a little bit rough there
Hmm.
for a couple hours today.
Hmm.
So,
So tell me about what happened.
well, I was in my first year studies class. It's a class mandatory for all freshmen at
Hmm.
my college, and we had this project that we had to do. It was called, well, we had to write our own obituary,
Hmm.
and it was pretty weird because I really want to know what I don't know, like just thinking of death in general just makes me cringe. Like
Right.
I don't like thinking about it, especially with the passing of my grandmother last year and about that time this year. It just kind of makes me think more about it. And and it was really sad too because a girl broke down and cried today, and because her uncle just died last week, and it's just kind of shocking to me. It's like people like dealing with this every day. It's just kind of and it makes me feel sad because you want to be there to help them, but
Right.
it's not really your fault, you know. So, um, but
So on one hand you've had a good day, but on the other hand it's been kind of not so good.
yeah, that's exactly it. It's amazing how just 1 hour out of your day can just like change it like that.
Hmm.
Because I mean, I knew we were gonna like turn it in our obituary, but I didn't know we had to read it and that we were just gonna talk about like death. Like oh, like we went in detail. Like
Hmm.
it was pretty intense and like um, it made me think too, because our professor, who's also the religion teacher, he
Hmm.
asked me personally, like what did you get out of all of this? And I was like, well, um, it really kind of made me like scared a little bit, honestly, because I think about my mom, and she's had 4 heart attacks,
Hmm.
and her dad died when she was 19
Hmm.
with heart problems, and my mom has heart problems, and I'm only 19, so it's like, what's gonna happen? And
Hmm.
I don't know, and I want to figure out how to help her. And
So it sounds to me like you're worried about your mom, her health.
yeah, that's another reason why I like to come home a lot too, um, because she doesn't have anyone here to take care of her. She has to do everything by herself because when my grandma died, our family just kind of fell apart. And that's when your family should really come together, but
Hmm.
it just fell apart. And my dad's not in the picture. He lives in Wisconsin, but he tries, but it's still not the same because he's
Hmm.
not here. No one's here. So um, I think about that a lot. And yesterday, I tried talking to her. She didn't answer all day, and I was kind of worried about her because I know my mom misses me, and she
Hmm.
talks to me all the time, and she didn't until like 12 at night. And of course, I was in bed,
Hmm.
but I was relieved. But
Hmm.
yeah,
So correct me if I'm wrong, but you seemed a little stressed.
yeah, I'm a little stressed about it. But I do have a good support group with my girlfriend and my friends and family friends. Like family friends is what really keeps me going too. Like I have a great family uh, that is always there for me. They only live 10 minutes away, so
Hmm.
if I ever need anything or if I need mom, if mom needs to go somewhere and she can't drive because of medication,
Hmm.
they pick her up, which is really nice. And yeah, so
So you got a seems like you've got a lot going on.
yeah, I do, especially yeah with mom and everything, and then keeping my grades up because
Hmm.
that stresses me out too because all my teachers back at Beechwood, um, even my principal, he was like, "You're not going to do well in college.
Hmm.
I mean, you miss so many days of school, and you're a 2.3 GPA student." And that put me down a lot, and
Hmm.
it's I still think about it every day. But they don't know what I've been through because I had to miss school. The reason why I
Hmm.
missed school was because of my mom,
Hmm.
and I missed 5 days of school to grieve of my grandma because she was the closest person I had,
Hmm.
and that hurts. But I'm making a statement now in this first fall. I haven't missed a lot of classes. I've only missed classes for baseball and when I had kidney
Hmm.
stones. Um, and I have a 3.4 GPA right now, so it makes me feel good that way. But yet again, it still makes me feel like people doubt me, which I
Hmm.
don't appreciate because they don't know me.
Hmm. Right.
So. Yeah.
So how do you feel about your grandma's passing?
Um, I think about it all the time, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I get in my car, which was her car,
Mm-hmm.
I just think about her. And you know, last week was the date where she passed away, but it was last year, and I
Mm-hmm.
just kind of reminisced like every what went on that weekend, and um, how I just wish, you know, everyone does this. They always wish they could say one more thing before a loved one passes.
Mm-hmm.
But it was unexpected. Like she, I forget what it was called, but she was like basically filled up with stuff in her colon, and it like exploded and stuff, and like they got it like she was fine then, but her heart just gave out, and but yeah, I just think about, you know, when she says like, "Hey, sweetie," or whatever, how's school going today? You know, I just wish that I could hear her voice one more time,
Mm-hmm.
and like sometimes I try calling her phone just to see if
Mm-hmm.
there is a voicemail, and it's been disconnected, so that's not possible. But you know, I have a lot of good memories with her, and I was the last one she talked to before she died, because she was coming in on a stretcher, and you could see how scared she was on her face, and um, that really got me. She said I love you, like, and she like held my arm, and then she went away, and then I didn't see her again. So
So I'm definitely seeing some sadness,
yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, definitely, that's for sure. Yeah, definitely. And I'm not much of a crier either, but
Mm-hmm.
she was like, she was the only person to ever come to my baseball games, other than my mom. She always came. She always supported me.
Mm-hmm.
She was always there for me. And and the hardest part was moving everything out of the house, because you just think about memories like
Right.
playing with football in the backyard while
Mm-hmm.
she's out there drinking her sweet tea
Mm-hmm.
with my buddies, and it's like, man, you just want to press the rewind button, but you can't.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I'll see her soon. Hopefully, I mean, not hopefully, I will,
Mm-hmm.
but hopefully later on, not like soon.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.